If you thought that real estate Jol Japatas happen only in India, then think again. Right here in Dubai, a home rental fraud has left homeowners and tenants poorer by 30 million dirhams in total, which works out to over a massive 60 crore rupees, if I counted it correctly with my questionable math skills, that is. Now, before we move forward, a friendly reminder for all of you to connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. It's @ReviewRon and @Ronak Kotecha on Twitter. Also, lage haath, please hit the bell icon while you are subscribed. Well, it so happened that homeowners who had signed contracts with one fraudulent company called Evernest Holiday Homes Rental LLC have now come forward saying that not only have they lost tens of thousands of dirhams in annual rent income, but have also been denied access to their own homes. The haalat of the tenants or the bhadutris is not any better either, as they had separate contracts with the fraud company. Now they are living in constant fear of eviction. Many already had utility services disconnected. But how did this badmash company spin such a big ghapla involving the rich and mighty of Dubai who had homes in posh places in the city? Here's how. The con company Evernest would approach homeowners in upscale Dubai neighborhoods and offer them to sublease their alishan makans at mehenge daam that are higher than the regular market rates. Those who agreed were given 4 post-dated checks. Meanwhile, another team reached out to prospective tenants who were indeed offered the same alishan properties way below the prevailing market rates. But this is where there was a rider that eventually ended up in hundreds of people being taken for a ride. The catch was that the tenants had to pay the entire year's rent upfront. Yes, पूरे साल का भाड़ा एक साथ down to the last penny. But since it was still working out to be way cheaper than the regular market rate for a prime property in Dubai, many grabbed the offer. फिर क्या था? Once the company had collected around 30 million dirhams in advance payments from over 230 tenants, they sent out a mass email entitled Happy Holidays to their entire staff down the shutters and vanished without a trace. The poor employees who were enjoying their holidays were in for a rude shock in the new year when they realized that their bosses had run away without paying their salaries as well. The scam came to light when the post-dated checks issued to homeowners started bouncing due to insufficient funds. Now, by the time all the victims realized that they had been given a major chakma, it was too late. They rushed to the Evernest 17th floor office in Sidra Tower in Al Sufu only to find a big fat tala on the door. But there was more grief in store. Another shock awaited the homeowners when they visited their own homes. Upon reaching, they found that the homes had already been occupied by the people who had paid the full year's bhada to Evernest and had contracts to show that they were the legit bhadutris on paper at least. One of the Arab experts told Khaleej Times that broke the story that Evernest had no intention of paying them, as he showed the journalist 80,000 worth of dud checks issued against his one-bedroom flat in Dubai Marina. The same flat was also subleased by Evernest to an Indian expat who paid them 60,000 dirhams through a single check in November last year. The Arab expert told the paper that now the tenant will be living in his house without paying anything to him all the way up till November 2022, while he continues to pay for the maintenance and the mortgage on the house. Just like that, a 2-bedroom apartment in downtown Views was given away for over 144,000 dirhams, while an identical size unit in Dubai Marina was let out for over 145,000 dirhams. Their owners were promised more than 170,000 dirhams in 4 checks. However, only the first check got encashed. An American businessman told Khaleej Times that they paid 95,000 dirhams for a 1-bedroom flat in Index Tower in DIFC, hoping to rent the place for his wife and his daughter. He said that they were promised a handover on 8th of Jan when his daughter was supposed to relocate from the US. But now he says that the scam has ruined all their plans besides burning a deep hole in their pocket. In fact, this tenant said that his family is among the worst affected victims, as unlike many other tenants, they didn't even get the possession of the house even for a day, despite paying 12 months ka rent in advance. A Turkish woman had an even bigger plight. She paid over 145,000 dirhams through wire transfer for an apartment in Dubai Marina. Shared a similar story. "I'm devastated," she said. "I'm still in Turkey, so I can't even go to the police," she told Khaleej Times. Then a German woman who rented a 1-bedroom apartment in Boulevard Crescent for 73,000 dirhams said she has been asked to vacate by January. In recent days, several complaints have been filed against this fraud company called Evernest, and many legal notices stuck on its door are a telltale sign of just how many innocent people have been swindled. Now, many victims conned by this dubious company have come together and formed WhatsApp groups. There's a group of landlords and a separate group for the tenants. At last count, it had 238 members according to Khaleej Times. Evernest employees who have been unwittingly caught in this racket said that the company's owner is a South Asian, and along with his 3 confidants, he executed the scam with such meticulous planning that no one had a whiff of it. The company's former business development manager said they had 2 teams working simultaneously with real estate agents. One reached out to the homeowners while the other looked for potential tenants. The authorities at Dubai's Department of Economy and Tourism, where Evernest was registered, said they are looking into the matter while urging the victims to come forward with their concerns. In a statement to Khaleej Times, the department said that they are constantly engaged with the stakeholders to help resolve any issues in the holiday home sector. The department also said that they consistently advise all the guests and investors to review the pointers in the 2020 Holiday Home Guide to ensure that their rights are protected. The statement said that those seeking help should escalate their concerns by writing to the department on e-complaints@dubaitourism.ae or call +971 if you're calling from outside the UAE, 600 55 559. The number is there on your screen. Currently, there is another real estate company with the same name, Evernest, which is actually a legit one, and they have been flooded with calls and inquiries ever since this story broke out on Khaleej Times. The CEO of the company has clarified that they are a reputed real estate firm which has been in the business for several years now, reiterating that they have no association whatsoever with Evernest Holiday Homes. When I was researching for this story, even I got confused for a second, but then I realized that these are 2 different companies. But shockingly enough, in 2019, around 200 Dubai residents were hit by a similar scam after 2 holiday home firms, Dawn Holiday and Place Holidays, had shut shop and disappeared into thin air. If you are one of those who has been at the receiving end of such a real estate scam here, then we urge you to contact the authorities. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you've already subscribed. Of course, you can connect with me on Instagram and on Facebook, and on Twitter it's @ReviewRon and @Ronak Kotecha on Twitter. But as always, even if you don't do any of these things, thank you so much for watching this one. Please take care of yourself and those around you. Jai Hind.